Social media, I think, is probably one of the worst things. I try not to use it as much because I got teenage kids now.
Yeah.
And I don't want them on it because I think it's like the worst thing for self-esteem for adults and kids. Yeah.
Let's talk about it now, man.
Yeah. All right. What's your policy on social media?
Well, my kids are still pretty young, so I don't deal with them. But personally, I struggle with it in terms of like I will easily get sucked into it, and I will scroll and swipe for hours and hours if given the ability to. And it's like an addiction to alcohol where I'm just like, I just want to go sit on TikTok or whatever, right? So I've had to like put rules in place. So my general rule is I allow myself 2 hours a day. In fact, I have a goal. Like I have 3 goals for Q1 of this year, and one of them is to average less than 2 hours a day on my phone. And my texting, maps, whatever, those things take up a good like hour and 45 minutes probably. So I'm left with very little. If I spend more than a few minutes on social media, then I go right past the 2 hours, and then I'm not at my goals, and I'm super goal oriented.
Do you use an app to track your usage?
I do. In fact,
really?
In fact,
okay.
I have it. This is a little tip for everybody. I have it on my desk. What's it called? Lock screen.
Okay.
So the normal screen time app or screen time feature of an iPhone, you can't do this. So you have to actually get a separate app. You can track your screen time, but I found that it wasn't accurate. Apple's screen time thing here's what I'm guessing they do. Every time your phone lights up, I think it records it and then rounds up, is what I'm thinking that Apple does. I could be wrong on this one, but I'll have my phone for an entire day, like testing this, like just sitting there on the counter, and I won't touch it once. And it'll be like, you used it 37 minutes today. And I'm like, no, I didn't. I didn't touch it today. And I've tested this. So I got the thing called off screen. And that one allows you to put a widget right on your lock screen. So at any point now I can pick it up and look, and I can see where I'm at any point. So that's been probably the single most important little tiny $3 a year tip that I've done so far this year was that little, just put it on my screen. Anytime I grab my phone, I'm like, oh, nope, I'm getting up to 2 hours. What about you?
I'm not as diligent. So here's I mainly use it just for business.
Okay.
Right? You got to be on there. But I don't like social media because you constantly have to post. Mm-hmm. Like the people who are successful on social media, like I have this one friend who posts 7 times a day on Instagram and 21 times a day on Facebook. Wow. And if they stop posting, that traffic kind of goes away. Mm-hmm. So for business, like I don't like it because I want to do stuff where I do it once and it gives me traffic forever. Yep. So that's why I focus on Google and YouTube.
Yeah.
Like I have posts like 10 years ago that are still generating a ton of traffic.
Yep.
I have videos that I filmed like 3 years ago, steady views every year. And so that's why, what's funny is, when people judge people based on business, the first thing you do is look at Instagram, right?
Yeah.
Would you agree? So it's almost like an ego thing to build up your Instagram.
It is.
Right? But it doesn't bring me much money, so I don't focus on it. I don't really care.
Yeah. I like that thought process. Yeah. I see the value and the power in building relationships, especially what I do with real estate, right? Like I got to raise money from thousands of people. And so like that Instagram is a way to connect at a deeper level with people. Like, once they find me, whether it's a book, blog post, whatever, they find me, I direct them somehow to Instagram. I try to get them onto a text list or an email list. That's probably maybe more important. I don't know if it is. What do you think? Email, email list,
I think
more
that's
important than social?
That's like 90% of my revenue.
Okay. Yeah. So long term, like you have to have it, but relationship building, like I don't even open up 90% of the emails that I get, right? But I'm on Instagram every day. I'm on TikTok. So I think for relationship building, it's not an either or. There's no like which is more important, I suppose. But yeah. So anyway, I dropped an Instagram, but I get sucked in. So I hired a person recently. I have a full-time shout out to Christina. She is now taking all my raw content and then posting it for me, so I don't have to. Which is cut down. Now, again, I can do that because I make it back on the back end really easily through social media.
Yeah.
But it's a dangerous game.
I'll have to reach out to Christina. How much you paying her?
Yeah.
I might have to pay her double.
She gets 2 Mexican lunches for the month.
Okay.
So, you'd have to offer more than that. I don't know if you can afford that, man.
Chinese food. I think I can